Hey, this is Kevin Young with the Coach's Corner, brought to you by First Trust Bank. Today we're going to talk about a funny Coach Brown story. So one of the funnier Coach Brown stories in my personal archive is my first year in the NBA. We were on a preseason road trip and we were in Cleveland. And so my first year I was told that we could go get a nice meal pregame in the media room. So I was off doing that in the media room in Cleveland. And there's the clock up there telling you how much time is on the game clock. And our video coordinator at the time, Connor Johnson, comes running in there, and it wasn't really even that far ahead of the game, but says, "Hey man, Coach Brown is looking for you. He's really looking for you. He needs some. He forgot his suit. He forgot his suit. He wants to wear your suit." So I'm like, all right. So I quickly finish up my meal and I go back into the locker room. By the time I got back there, Coach had put my suit on already, and I will say it looked pretty sharp on him. And he's like, "Kev, oh man, I forgot my suit, or the pants fell off the hanger, and like I gotta have the suit, you know, so on and so forth." And so he felt terrible about it. "Hey, I'm really sorry." I said, "Hey man, go for it." And so I was just gonna sit back in the locker room. For some reason on that trip, I wore a sports coat, I think, on the flight. And so I found somebody's nicer pair of slacks or whatever. So I went out, still did the deal in the game in the sports coat and whatnot. And that was that. And so about 2 weeks later, we were sitting in a coaches meeting and we're talking about, you know, pick and roll offense or pick and roll coverage defense or what have you. And out of nowhere, he just says, he starts patting around. He says, "Kevin, take the keys to my Jeep and go get in the trunk." And I'm like, so I go, I'm like, "Coach, we're in the middle of a meeting." He said, "No, it's okay, just go do it." So I go back there, open up the trunk to his Jeep, and there was about 9 suits in the back of his Jeep. And some of them still had the tags on them, and I come back in, and he's like, I'm like, "Oh, Coach, man, thank you." He's like, "God, you know, my pleasure." And so from that point forward, I had nine brand new suits, and a few of them I still wear today, and that was, you know, 4 or 5 years ago at this point, but it was pretty funny. And the funniest thing actually was that was one of the suits I had gotten made in China some years ago, and it was actually pretty snug around the legs, and so he had some pretty snug pants on his thighs there for that Cleveland preseason game. But I was the big winner and came out with 9 suits out of the deal, so it was pretty funny.